Because last week against 10 men, we were really poor, really, against Newcastle. Sorry, go on.
Did you think the game was there to be won there? After
Yeah, I thought we were a little bit nervous first half, and they had a lot of possession. But I don't think our goalkeeper had a shot to save. So I was quite pleased with the possession, with the shape of the team. But we just didn't have enough in that final third again. And at half time we changed one or two things, and I thought we were a lot more positive. Even with before the 10 men, I thought second half, because I didn't think Huddersfield could do any better, and I thought we could. I thought we could do miles better. So half time, instead of, we are in the Premier League, let's have a go. Let's play now, let's have a go. And I thought second half it was a lot better. I thought we dominated long patches, and then with the 10 men, we played a lot better. This week we worked on that a little bit, because last week against 10 men, we were really poor, really, against Newcastle. Whereas I thought today we dominated that last period and should have won, really. I'm disappointed we haven't won, but hey-ho, we'll score eventually, I'm sure.
How sort of frustrating does that get after 3 games in? Do you start to get a little twitchy about that up front?
Yeah, what can you do here? We're in the Premier League. At least we've got 3 easy games coming up now to try and get a goal on board. That's the future, isn't it? Looking at the next 3 fixtures. I'm sure, I just thought the fans were brilliant today. That's what we're all about. It's like a blinking bonus. And I think we can give a good account of ourselves, Mia, against your Arsenals and Chelsea's, Man Cities. In some ways it'd be better because we're so far underdogs, aren't we? Like Huddersfield, the first 2 games. They're so good teams, aren't they? But that's what you're in the game for, to play against teams like that. I want Arsenal at home. I remember Paddy Kenny getting injured and I didn't put a goalkeeper on bench. Jagielka going in goals and then Nade scoring a brilliant goal, winning 1-0. You just don't know it in football. What's around the corner? And you've got from my point of view, I've got to enjoy it because there's not many chances left to manage against teams like this, really.
What did you make of the sending off? Because I saw Jonathan Hogg had a word with you on.
Yeah, I mean, watching it, I think the linesmen give it, really. And when you see it, 50% of the pundits will say he should have gone and 50% say he won't. It's one of them things. I think the thing that does it for him is when he does go down at the very end, his head goes forward. Now, his head might go forward because Harry's falling. I don't know. I couldn't tell that much. But his head goes forward. I think that's what the linesman's probably seen. And and done that. I thought we should have had a penalty in the first half when Hoggy pulled him down from a set piece. I can't remember what it was now, but when I saw that at half time, I thought that was a definite penalty. When the goalie come and punched it with both hands, I thought that Harry had been pulled down there. But we usually get penalties against us.
You dealt a blow early on, Neil, with Mendez-Laing being forced off.
Yeah, that's disappointing. We won't know for a few days yet. It's swollen. So we can't even scan it till probably middle of next week, unless it goes down before then. He was brave, wasn't he? Got to the ball before the keeper. Makes you wonder what you should do in that situation. I remember doing the same at Marine when I was playing for Burton Albion. The goalie's coming towards me and put my arm up instead of going through him and putting him out the game. And he smashed my arm in two. Ended up having a bleeding plate in it. So I suppose if you don't go in fully, so disappointing for him. He's just been doing well as well this week, and with Junior Hoilett out, we hadn't really got anything on the bench, in that areas. We need another wide man today.
Is that a chance perhaps for Kadeem Harris?
Yeah, if he'd have been, if I'd have known, but you don't know till during the game, do you, that people are going to get injured. So, but we could have done with another wide man today.
Yeah, we spoke about Kenneth Zohore yesterday. What did you make of him today? Obviously, Danny Ward came on and did pretty well.
Yeah, I thought Danny did ever so well. We just needed that little bit of, it's hard work playing, when you're running about like as much as that. And takes its toll. I asked him to give me an hour if he could, because I realise how hard it is for him. And I thought Danny did well when he come on. It weren't a game I would, for Medine. We've got the options in there, but I'm sure we'll need them all. And I wanted to get Bobby Reid on to be positive, and I thought he could have, got us the goal, and he nearly did. I thought that was probably the best move of the match, that one, where he's just flicked it across the front post. It's just gone wide. So I'm disappointed we haven't got the 3 points, but in the Premier League, if you get a point away from home, you can't be 2 down for too long. Not with the games coming up.
What's the outlook on Hoilett? Obviously,
Yes, that'll be touch and go. Whether after the international break it'll be okay. So we're a little bit emergency ward 10 for you older people in the room today. You'll remember me, emergency ward 10, you pop. And Z cars. Hey, I'm nothing better than you, am I? With this I don't, son.
Neil, with that in mind, with the injuries and that, how do you approach Tuesday's game?
Well, I picked the team for Tuesday on Friday. And when I put it up on the board, I thought, bloody hell. When I come to the club, I'd have settled for that team in the Championship. Not bad, the squad we've got. And we've done that over 18 months, really. Everybody will get a chance that's not played today. And then we'll have to fill in with one or two that have been in the squad, that's played probably to make the numbers. But yeah, it's a good game for us really, because I need to look at one or two things, and that'll be a good opportunity for me.